Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome to A Course in Miracles. We hold a discussion every night here. My name is Teri Angel, and my co-host is Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Our lovely family here with us tonight to help with the discussion is our Christine, Elizabeth, and Sunny.
Yes,
Sharon Riet and Charlie Coons. Welcome, everyone. So I'm going to ask Karen to go ahead and get us started, to go into our hearts, and then let's open up and see how these meetings are going for all of us.
Okay. Well, this is a beautiful, beautiful lesson for us to really feel into that true heart, the one heart, just resting there for a minute. Just letting all the busyness just float away. Just feeling our hearts all as one, completely connected to all that is. Feeling that trust as we just rest and trust and listen. Try then today to begin to learn how to look on all things with love, appreciation, and open-mindedness. Behind every image that has been made, the truth remains unchanged. Behind every veil that has been drawn across the face of love, its light remains undimmed. Beyond all insane wishes is the will united with the will of pure presence. Presence is still everywhere and in everything forever. And we are part and one with that pure presence. And we will yet look past all appearances and recognize the truth beyond them all. Hello, Auntie Jean. I didn't see you sneak in.
Karen, that one was from the Holy Shift?
That's from the Holy Shift and from the short little book that I have here.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it in this one. That's why I was like.
The beginning part was the Holy Shift, but it was a real short one. So I came to this little book.
Right. We're doing the 24th, which is tomorrow, right?
Right.
24th is today.
What's
But you'll
that?
be doing the lesson tomorrow. You're right, Chuck.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Which is, I do not perceive my own best interests, which I like that lesson. I like that one a lot. So the one that we just did was, my page is taking a minute to turn. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. So how do we do on that one?
Yeah, that one was really good. I really because I read the front half of the book, part of it, and it's I seem to connect, and there was a part in it where it said something about what was it? A meeting place. And that was the title for it, and I feel that this is our meeting place, and it really resonated. And I doing the exercises, all the same things came up each time, and I, it felt good to just, not worry about them, just let them go. And yeah, it was really good. I liked it. And after I read the front part of the book, I just felt so godly, so connected. I was and I went out to the stores today, and there was this Asian man behind me, and he had 2 roses in a vase, and I says, "Oh, you didn't have to buy them for me." And then he laughed, and then I says, "Oh," I said, "she must be a lucky woman." And he was a young Asian man, and he says, "Oh, they're for a 68-year-old woman that he's bringing them to." And I said, "Oh, she's so lucky to have you in her life," So he was, he was taken back by, And then as I left, I said, "I'll give her my regards." So,
yeah. Spreading love in the world. That's what we're all about, isn't it?
yeah.
So thank you for doing that, Charlie. Yeah. As I was doing these exercises, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. It just helped me to realize what the lesson was really teaching us is that we create this. If there's an attack thought, if there's an attack that I'm perceiving in my life, I created that. And so that helps me to just not judge anyone, Sharon, no judgment. Just to spread that love. And Ruth and I were going through the tiny book which came in today, and I'm so excited to be able to share that with everyone when it comes. But it's thoughts in that book that the angels have said, little statements. And the reason I'm saying this is there was a statement that Ruth was like, "What does this mean?" And the statement was that your subconscious mind will never judge you, and it will never change what you're putting into it. So if we're putting in that I'm giving up the attack thoughts, we would turn it to a positive. I see only love. I see only love and light in my world. Our subconscious mind is not going to argue with us. It's going to say, "Okay, good." You see that? And so I was telling her, it's kind of like programming a computer. It's not going to change what we tell it to do or what we're saying is the way you're going to work. It's not going to judge that, oh, that might not be the right thing to do. It's just going to accept whatever we give it. So doing these exercises that we're doing every day, we're putting that into our subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is just going to run with it, whatever it is, just like the computer. When you type in something into a software, it's just going to go and with what you tell it. It's not going to change it. It's going to be exactly what you put in it. So that's how our subconscious works. And doing these exercises every day, can you see how that's really helping us to, in our spiritual growth, to say, oh, I only see love. I don't see attack. I don't see hatred. I just see love. And yeah, it's not that we have blinders on. It's not that we're ignoring that there are things happening, but this is what we're choosing. This is how we're creating our world every day. So I just loved this particular lesson. I think this one helped me a lot personally. So just would like to hear if anybody else has anything to share from doing this exercise.
I like that you said about the subconscious, Teri, because I think that's always running, and it's always an undercurrent of what we're thinking, and sometimes it really leads us. And so I'm finding that it's getting more and more, I don't want to say effortless, because I do think about it, but switching from the attack thoughts to something else. Because I was taking a walk the other night, and there's garages on one side and on the other, and I feel a car coming behind me, and I'm next to the garage and getting closer, and the car just keeps like almost hitting me. And when I turned to look, it was a little old man, could barely see above the steering wheel, and he's trying to turn into his garage. And I guess, he wanted to take a wide thing to turn in. And I'm like, dude, you could have waited till I left. You could have done anything else, but you almost hit me. And as soon as I did that, it didn't feel good. My head was, why are you saying that? I felt attacked by him. And I quickly said, well, he's short, maybe he didn't see me, even though I had a white coat on. Maybe this, maybe that. And by the time I got about 10 steps away, that whole thing had gone. So we can escape from this world and the attack thoughts by knowing, like Charlie says, feeling godlike.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness and joyful and loving yourself and your pet too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that meeting place one, I accidentally read today's one. The one, the 25. I did the 23rd and the 24th. I didn't.
Oh.
I was reading for like an hour and a half. And I was wondering, why is this so long? I didn't realize I went into the next one. So that's it has, one of the sections is the meeting place. So that'll be in tomorrow's one. Today's, but tomorrow's, because we're a day behind. And $1 short.
Not anymore. We're all abundant. Charlie, I just want to say what a humbling honor it is to watch you do this. You're very focused. You're really thoughtful. You kept going even though it was hard. Thank you, my friend, for being a great model of how to do this.
Oh, we just lost someone. Oh, it was Teri. We lost our Mama P.
She may be.
I wonder if she's going to be able to come back in.
Oh,
She was starting to freeze, I thought. I thought she was being a frozen P there, but
yeah, need
she
to
should be
talk
able to come back
too.
in, right? She's the host.
I would think, I hope so.
Yeah.
So Auntie Jean, how about you? Oh, you got to turn your volume up a
You
little
got to
bit.
come closer.
No, I got to get closer. I forget about that. I'm beginning to realize that I kind of look at these things in a different way. You know, when we were looking for attack, I thought they were asking us to look for times when we have had attack thoughts.
Yeah, they
And
said it
then-
didn't matter either when we were attacked or when we attacked ourselves. It didn't matter
okay,
which.
So I was only half wrong because I kept thinking, when have, trying to think of times when I've tried to attack anything or anybody, and I really wasn't coming up with very much. But then when you were explaining about when you were attacked, now I can understand why that would be. Why do you think that? You shouldn't think that. Things happen. It doesn't mean that everybody's out to get you or that you're being attacked. It's something that goes on in your mind that I guess is overprotective or something that, well, I think that what I've been learning quite a lot from these lessons is I really look at things wrong, that I have been looking at things in a very wrong way. And I really like the fact that I'm starting to see them in a different way, that I'm starting to see that if there have been any problems, if there have been any, I'm just going to say this so it sounds terrible, like ugliness in my life, I'm the one who's created it. I'm the one who's created it in my mind. At least I've helped it along, instead of thinking of it in a neutral way, in a godly way. So, this is really hard for me because it's so life-changing for me.
Yes.
I think that's it. I'll come back and read the lesson 3 or 4 times a day because I'm like, now wait a minute, what did it say? I have to reread it and reread it. And takes me a while sometimes to grasp exactly what it is they're trying to show me about my perception that, but it's amazing. It's just amazing because I'm learning so much.
Just remember, your only job is to do the exercise. You don't have to understand it right now. It's okay.
And that's difficult.
There's nothing to figure out, and there's nothing. It's gonna come to you when it's ready. When you're you're just gonna let it be as it is, and the process will just do its work, and it won't have anything to do with your intellect.
That's a good thing for me.
I think that's the hardest part for the I know mind. The I know mind wants so much to be involved in all of it and thinks, I know what this means and I need to know what this means and I need to, but honestly, you don't. You just, right now, all you need to do is do the exercises.
That's all. And thank you all for
Amazing,
continuing on.
Yeah, you're doing amazing. I mean, just be so gentle with yourself because it is a complete undoing of unlearning everything that we thought was true. I said to Teri last night, I'm so happy to admit that I was wrong about everything. I am so happy to admit that I used people to hide my guilt and my shame. And now I know that I'm doing it and I'm not doing it ever again because now I'm aware. but I can forgive myself for being unaware. I can forgive myself. And that's basically what I say to myself every time that a forgiveness opportunity comes up. I just say, I forgive myself for being unaware. Only love is real. I forgive myself for being unaware and believing that this was real. It's not real. Only love is real.
Thank you all for keeping on going. My internet just did a little pause there for a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
But Suzanne says that she rereads the lessons too, Jean, and don't overthink. That's what Karen just said. Don't overthink it. Don't try to analyze it. Just do it. Like Pam Grout says, just do it.
It's okay to read them over and over again too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just be gentle with yourself. That's all. Just be gentle with it, and you know, just keep having a nice conversation with your false self, saying, you know, false self, I know you're not real, but I'm gonna just let you have your say here so that I can, you know, let you go and let you dissolve. And the more that you pay attention to your true self, the false self just gets quieter. It doesn't have the hold, it doesn't have the stronghold anymore.
That's so true, Karen.
Yeah.
That's
It just gets quieter, and it, you know, it becomes just, it, from boredom, it just goes away because if you're not giving it any juice, it just goes away on its own. Because if you're not constantly engaging with it and you're saying, I know you're not real, I know you're not real, I know you're not real, I can give up what was never real, I pay you no mind because you're not real, only love is real. And every time that it comes up, if you do that, it's like it just shrinks and shrinks and shrinks.
so
Because it's
true.
nothing anyway. It's not real. It's nothing.
I want to say I love this book.
I do too.
I'm so glad to get it. I mean, I like Pam's book, and you know, but I love this book. This is just so beautiful.
Good. I'm so
It's
glad.
like, well, it's just like Charlie said, it's like you feel more godly, because, well, the person who published this book, my friend Teri, who helped to make this sparkly edition available, was receiving messages from Helen, and was the hope of this book is that everyone remembers their true essence and knows that they have the ability to have a relationship with Jesus and to be able to have the conversations just like Helen did. You know, to trust in that, to be able to trust that we all have that ability, that we all have the ability to hear the voice. And once we hear that voice, we want to only hear one voice.
I love that. I know we need to get to the lesson. I just wanted to read this one part from what Pam had to say about today's lesson. She says, it's a good time to re-emphasize the benefits of practicing the course. I don't go through these lessons to be, quote, more spiritual or to win brownie points with the dude, which is what she calls God. I do it solely because I can use the help. And I love that. And I think if we all keep that in the forefront of our minds as we're doing these lessons, we won't try to overanalyze them. We won't try to tear them apart and say, what does that mean? We'll just do it because we need the help. And when we're doing the lessons and we're doing those exercises every day, it's like exercising a muscle. It's going to get stronger and stronger. And we're going to start losing all that background chatter of what does that mean? Or I don't know about this. We'll start losing the resistance. So I just appreciated her stating that for us, that, you know, we're not doing this so that we can say, oh, I'm so spiritual, I'm studying A Course in Miracles. We're doing it because we want to know and we want that closer connection. And so I just love that. I think that brings it all into the whole why that we're even here right now doing this together.
Yep.
So Karen, how about that lesson for today?
Okay, so this is, I do not perceive my own best interests. In no situation that arises do you realize the outcome that would make you happy. Therefore, you have no guide to appropriate action and no way of judging the result. What you do is determined by your perception of the situation, and that perception is wrong. It is inevitable, then, that you will not serve your own best interests. Yet, they are your only goal in any situation which is correctly perceived. Otherwise, you will not recognize what they are. If you realized that you do not perceive your own best interests, you could be taught what they are. But in the presence of your conviction that you do know what they are, you cannot learn. The idea for today is a step toward opening your mind so that the learning can begin. The exercises for today require much more honesty than you are accustomed to using. A few subjects honestly and carefully considered in each of the 5 practice periods which should be undertaken today will be more helpful than a more cursory examination of a larger number. 2 minutes are suggested for each of the mind-searching periods which the exercises involve. The practice periods should begin with repeating today's idea, followed by searching the mind with closed eyes for unresolved situations about which you are currently concerned. The emphasis should be on uncovering the outcome that you want. You will quickly realize that you have a number of goals in mind as part of the desired outcome, and also that these goals are on different levels and often conflict. In applying the idea for today, name each situation that occurs to you and then enumerate carefully as many goals as possible that you would like to be met in this resolution. The form of each application should be roughly as follows. In the situation involving blank, I would like blank to happen and blank to happen, and so on. Try to cover as many different kinds of outcomes as may honestly occur to you, even if some of them do not appear to be directly related to the situation or even to be inherent in it all. If these exercises are done properly, you will quickly recognize that you are making a large number of demands of the situation which have nothing to do with it. You will also recognize that many of your goals are contradictory, that you have no unified outcome in mind, and that you must experience disappointment in connection with some of your goals, however the situation turns out. After covering the list of as many hoped for goals as possible, for each unresolved situation that crosses your mind, say to yourself, but I do not perceive my own best interest in this situation, and then go on to the next. And then the short one here is, how could I recognize my own best interests when I don't know who I am? What I think are my best interests would merely bind me closer to the world of illusions. I am willing to follow the guide that God has given me to find out what my own best interests are, recognizing that I cannot perceive them myself. I got to scoot out and grab Kaylee real quick.
Okay, so there we have it. I don't know what's best for me. And that's why I continue to do these every day. Because my conscious brain doesn't know, but my subconscious does, because it's guided by God. Thank you all for being here today. Any last words before we go into our chanting session?
That's a good lesson.
Yeah, it was a good lesson. Thank you, Chris. Sharon, thank you so much for being with us. I love you so much.
Love you so much, you guys. Enjoy.
Thank you. I hope you have a good night.
Yes,
And all of you that came in to study with us, thank you for being here. I'm going to turn this off of the channel. Karen will be right back and we will begin our first chant, which is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So let me just make this adjustment to where we're live streaming, and then we will do the chanting.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, Karen's back. Yeah.
I'm sorry. So
No, it's okay.
this is where we chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom. And then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all illusions and illness be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om
Oh,
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gam
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Gam
Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's take a moment to go into our hearts with the breath. Focus in on what that feels like when you've let go. When we let go and we are to have nothing that's blocking us, nothing keeping us back from our Creator, we go into freedom, the freedom to move forward, the freedom to be untethered so that our spirit and our frequency can rise up, up, up. And that's where we are at this moment. And we're going into our next chant, which is known as the Miracle Chant. And it is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Karen.
Yes, so we're going to do that 3 times slow, and then we'll do our 108 count all together. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. Then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo.
Let's go back into our hearts. Touch your heart center, because that brings your focus there. We're going to focus in on the energy of love, care, compassion. And as we do that, we're going to chant Om 3 times. Om is the cosmic sound for God, our creator. And then we'll stay in our hearts for just a moment, connecting in the brain and the heart. And then we're going to give that love away to the world. So take that breath in, hold the energy of love, and let's begin the chanting of Om. Om. And now, if you would, just hold that thought, that intention, that the love you're feeling in your heart right now is being sent out to the world. All of that care, all of that compassion, all that desire to have others feel love just as you feel love in your heart. Let's send it forward, pass it along to those who are just looking for it, just waiting for it. So breathe in love and breathe out love. Om Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. May this beautiful love, this joy, this compassion, this peace that we send forth fall all over our world, going deep into Gaia, letting our dear Earth Mother know that she is so loved and so cherished. And that love comes back up through the earth and into the hearts of everyone on the planet. Om Shanti. Thank you all so much for being here tonight, for spreading your love out into the world. Every night we make a declaration that there is peace on earth. And Chris, let's have you do that for us tonight, please.
I am on the way to spread the peace on earth and be with kind to Mama Gaia and be happy. 1, 2, 3.
We
We
declare
declare that there is peace on earth.
Yeah.
And we declare that peace begins inside.
So it is.
Nine of us.
Forever and ever.
Never.
always.
Amen.
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 Oh, and our miracle Marlene jumped in here with us. Hi, Marlene. I hope you're having a
Marlene.
beautiful night up there in Canada. So, Charlie, what you think?
I think that it's been 967 days we've been doing this. And we're doing this as a group known as the
Peace
Peace for peace.
Peace for
For
Peace.
peace.
And to Jean.
And I'm a P. And Charlie's a P. And Teri's a P. And Chris is a P. And Karen's a P. And I think
I think Marlene's a P too.
P. And would you all like to be a P too? Everybody, be a P.
That's right.
A P for
I think
peace.
I think it's catching on, and I think there's more and more people that want to be a P too.
Mhm.
Thank you, Auntie Jean. And we just want to send some love out to our Gracie tonight. Gracie, we're missing you, and we're hoping that
No.
you're well, and we're lifting you up with our hearts and with our chants. And we know you can hear us because guess what?
Yeah.
The hills are alive
The
with
light.
the sound of chanting. They can reach you right there in New York where you are.
Yeah,
and all over the world. So thank you all for being with us. We so appreciate you. We love you. And we're going to leave you with.
Namaste.
Hey,
We'll
Oh,
see you back here tomorrow.
yeah.
Your
Good morning,
hearts.
good afternoon, good
Everyone.
evening.
Good
Good night, Gracie.